Just a little update of what we've done so far. I'm ready to put the cap back on, or on permanently. I've put my electrics in. I've also put my bus wire in, and that one over there, the black and red, is for my lighting. All secured in those little clips, which are very, very handy. I've also trimmed out the front of the bar, because that's where the rod or the cable of the wire and cable pull is going to go to operate the siding points manually. And there's my control input, all fixed up nicely. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to position these pieces of white foam on the top of every joist, and that's going to help hopefully to dampen down the noise. That's it so far. I'm just about to secure the top of this side of the layout, which I hope will be for the last time, and I thought I'd just point out a few things that I've done beforehand. This particular company here I found extremely useful. Their website just struck me as being good. I could read everything they told me about electrics, which I didn't understand before, and it just made sense to me. And they also suggested that when you do your bus wire, you split it in half, and you have half to one side and half to the other side, and you also put termination kits on. Now here I've got the termination kit, which is just there for the right hand side, and then just to the left, tucked in there, that's the termination kit for the left hand side. I'll tuck that in properly later. Now you see all these little lights around here. This is all down to, I put some fairy lights on. So the idea being that when I'm under the layout, I can see a lot easier for what is under there. Another task was to make sure that all these panels were removable, so if I had to get on my hands and knees up in there, I could do it quite easily. So all I have to do is to remove one of the crates, and away I go, and now I can reach anything that I have to reach. And now you might have noticed these bits of foam that I put down everywhere. I've got this acoustic thing, just hoping that's going to help a little better for when the track goes down. If you can remember my plan of my layout, I have a lift out section there to allow me to walk in rather than squat under. There's no way I can go under. If you've seen what I've got, it doesn't work. So I saw on YouTube lots of different ways of doing it, and I didn't like any of them, to be honest with you. So because it didn't like the clips and the bolts and everything else, I wanted something that was just in and natural. So what I came up with was a lift out section that is curved to match the curve in the baseboard. So that just goes in like that, and there we are. No problems at all, nice and sturdy. The electrical connections, if you can see, are little plug and sockets, and these are supplied by Railway Scenics, and they also have, I don't know if you can see there's a little socket for it, so we can plug in that side and plug in that side. So when that goes back on, I just plug that in there, and I'm live all the way around. Now one of the other things that I thought of was, when you do a saw cut and you're cutting out a piece of plywood, you're going to have saw cut space this end and the other, so it's going to move backwards and forwards. Luckily my left hand section was fixed, my right hand section isn't, and this was just a strip going across there. So when I cut this out of my plywood, I had that going up onto the left hand side. I then moved this bit, loose bit, forwards, so I was touching this. Then I fixed the right hand end down, so I now do not have any movement at all. It's really nice and solid, and there's no mechanical fixing whatsoever. It's very straightforward, in and out. So that was my idea, and I hope that's okay.